On. Fuck off. Yeah, we're gonna try to do a shrine here. How many shrines are there? Can't read that number. Again, like the fucking contrast is terrible. And like the text is so fucking thin.
She is the original queen of BB. Like, she'll be up there somehow.
There's a top 5.
Alright, phasing says, what would need to happen for Nicole to expose the 2 wise guys alliances to someone in the house? And should she now, hold on a second, Tara, I believe that Cody did not expose the 2 wise guys. He said that, hey, that it's Memphis, Christmas, and Enzo have a final threat.
Ah, shit.
Yes, he only left out, it's his part.
Yes, only the Christmas end of the wise guys is exposed, and he also did not tell her the name. So, just that they have 3 things. So, nothing too big that she could expose at that point.
Okay, alright. Cupcakes. Can Rob Taryn do a spin-off podcast where Taryn does Enzo's voice the entire show, and Rob does Nicole Franzel's voice for the entire show? I wouldn't even want to be on one with Enzo.
You gotta get her out of here, yo. That's it. She's got to go, yo. You gotta get some blood on her hands. That's it.
I'm just trying to be nice, and I don't want to even hear about all this blood.
I'm done with this, yo. That's it. I'm done. No more, yo. That's it.
I just want to watch an 80-inch TV somewhere.
No more, yo. That's it. I'm done with this, yo. Done with it.
Cody.
No, yo. I'm done, yo. I'm winning the Taser Wing show after I get my 80-inch screen TV, yo. I'm getting it, and that's it, yo. That's it.
Oh my god.
Oh, perfect.
They just talk past each other. They don't really converse. Yo.
Oh, that was a lot. Like,
Mindy Bond, are you satisfied, Mindy?
Made. Okay. Alright, Mindy Bond said Enzo's Christmas in Memphis are full of doo-doo. Is this really in his best interest to convince Cody to target
we have what,
them?
around 2,000 left? Once this
Can
finished, less than
get
2,000
Memphis
actually.
to take out Christmas?
He's gonna get a lot of opposition for that. I mean, Memphis is not one to let any of his cards go. And he's so pumped about these 2 wise guys alliance. So I think there's definitely a world in which you can strong arm him into being like, all right, well, let's. I mean, we've already seen Memphis have to like shift his target because he didn't win the veto. So I think that he's not. I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility, but I think that this particular, like, losing Christmas will be so much worse for Memphis than
Let's head over there.
David. So I feel like you're really like drawing the line in the sand there. Memphis will not be pleased.
Okay. Alright, let's talk about the live feeds. Let's shift gears a little bit.
Oh,
Tara,
here.
something else you wanted to add?
Oh, just that I think this is a terrible move for Enzo. I know he's thirsty for blood, but he should not want either Christmas or Memphis to go.
Yeah. Seems like that we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves, but we'll see.
He's getting impatient, is what he's getting.
Yeah,
Yes,
they're bored too.
Yes, based on his like I felt this way in the house, but based on his DRs, Enzo is over this season. Continuing to go after the same people. Like, you can just tell he's like, look, yo, why are we doing this? He's just so ready for the season to really get going, and it's so evident. So I love that he's over it.
And I feel that, and I'm glad that someone's saying something, but at the same time, it's like, Enzo, hush, because you're a part of this. Your HOH was boring as hell, Enzo. You were the last person that should be talking about this. If you're really that sick of it, really actually that bored of it, then do something. But you're not going to, so.
Yeah, he's the backseat driver of the season. Okay. Alright, so we are going to get into talking about spoilers. First, we'll have our next live episode, our live live recap on Wednesday night. Still a lot to come the rest of the week. But if you're leaving us now,
Fuck
we'll
off.
see you then. In the meantime, let's talk about our spoilers for this weekend.
The Office of Civil Defense has issued the following message. This is
A spoiler.
warning.
A spoiler.
Warning means that actual
Spoiler.
against this country has been detected, and that protective action should be taken.
Yes! Okay, spoilers. Here we go. Alright, Aaron, it could have been a real exciting weekend if we would have seen
My buddy said he
Christmas.
saw-
We needed a Kevin win or a David win. We did not get one, but Cody has won. However, he will be keeping the nominations the same.
The world revolves
Angels
around
make me wanna
Cody, I
weep and
guess.
scream at the... My buddy said
Yeah,
he saw
Kevin
someone
will
out
be
near
going
the
home
saloon
this week,
gathering plants and
as of
shit.
right
I was
now.
apparently going on about
My
the key to
favorite,
fighting the cult was changing your biochemistry.
Ah, shit. Did not mean to do that. How the fuck did that happen? Really unlucky.
My buddy said he saw
Again.
someone out near the saloon
But
gathering
you
plants
could go
and
for
shit.
prizes
I was apparently
publicly.
going on about the key
And,
to
can
fighting
you
the
remind
cult
people
was
what David said at the end of
changing
the
your
episode?
biochemistry.
I'm gonna win
May
this
the good
beat
Lord
up.
watch
And
over
I'm gonna
you,
win,
Deputy.
I'm gonna shine it.
Yeah. I'm gonna take myself to I'm gonna make this happen in the first round of OTEV. As somebody on the block, he publicly went and took $10,000 from all of the other complainers who wanted that money, who thought, I'm safe, I'm gonna get those 10 G's. And he went up and said,
Good.
no, I'm on the block, and I'm safe, and I'm gonna take this from you. And it's maybe my favorite thing that David has done.
AFT, here it comes. Gonna rack up some more cash. Did Kevin come close?
No, I don't believe so. I think that it came down to Enzo and Cody in the final two.
And this was the only prize, $10,000? That's like the Dr. Will thing. But they really made it sound like I'm on that. Oh, this is gonna be a week with prizes. And, okay, there was $10,000
I
worth of
that Dr. Will was gonna be like on the balcony, like auctioning off stuff, and just
Right.
I thought there was gonna be like some real, like, I mean, and don't get me wrong, I mean, we're getting this thing with David, and like it pissing off like the entire committee is just hilarious to me. So I guess we are getting that, but it did seem like it's that we were gonna get so much more, like, go for the veto, go for the prize, go for the HOH, go for the prize, and it's sort of.
Yeah, I don't know. Was Dr. Will involved with this competition at all?
Have you heard?
Did anybody
I
talk?
haven't heard anyone talk about Dr. Will's involvement.
Yeah, I haven't heard them say anything. In fact, I think I heard them say oh, where was Dr. Will? I'm pretty sure. I don't think he was there. What are they doing here? What is going on? Who at CBS?
Is there really nothing here?
Like, did you lose Dr. Will? Like, did somebody not, follow through with an email? Did he drop a
something here.
call? Like, I don't understand what's going on. And then Dr. Will, he just posted something on his Instagram. I think it's a robe or something with Dr. Will embroidered on it, and he posted like a little emoji. So what? Like, I don't understand. Like, what are you building up? We already saw you on the show, so what are we supposed to be being quiet about? Right? Is that supposed to be an HOH robe? Where you're gonna come into the house? Like, and if that's the case, when? Because Thursday is the end of the twist. So
I'm not even that surprised that this twist has gone this way because that's so typical Big Brother. For us to the relief I felt on Thursday when I saw that it wasn't actually Big Brother Legends, I was like, okay, great. That they did something that they said, there was no twist around it. It was actual Big Brother Legends. And now it's we're not getting it. It's the reporting, and that's it. Maybe he is obsessed boys, and no one caught on to that, or it wasn't a big deal, where they didn't say anything about it afterwards. But where is he?
Ah, fuck.
Okay, but what are you really gonna do with this? That's the proper mentality, I think. But apparently the feeds have been down for a little while since this podcast has been running.
Yeah, but it's the same thing every week. That it's on Sunday night. The Wall Yeller comes after the Sunday night episode.
They're on a schedule.
Yeah, the Wall Yeller is there every day, not like Actor Will.
I'm starting to come and kind of buy into the conspiracy theories that it is production. Like, I think it's security. I think security are the Wall Yellers.
Yeah.
I'm convinced the Wall Yeller has a tent outside of the Big Brother backyard, and they're just ready to go.
So that's a
Hey, you know
mission
the Wall Yeller's
there.
like, there's a triple eviction on Thursday!
Yeah. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
Like, what more is there to reveal?
Oh, that would suck. Like, come on, y'all. Like, this is the first, bit of, angst that we're gonna be able to see them feel. If y'all ruin that, come on, don't do that. Don't do that. I feel like you just gave somebody a really bad idea, Rob. I'm
Sorry about that. I didn't mean to accept the, look, there should be a PA in a lawn chair there 24/7.
I mean, it's just the dedication of it all, because isn't, the LA River, also a barrier between,
Yeah, but when you talk about the LA River, it sounds like something that you would navigate across the Oregon Trail, and it's just like a giant sewer pipe. It's really it's like nothing.
Wait, so it's not a river?
No.
It's like drainage. Yeah. It's not like a river.
Okay.
Yeah, you could walk in the water.
Like a puddle.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cool.
I am thoroughly impressed. I thought people were traversing across the moat.
No, it should be a moat. Yeah. Okay. All right. Anything else from the weekend of no parents?
You chicks who are trying to forge through a river with their megaphone, I thought there was so much more at stake here. The British, the sinkholes are coming. Okay, I clearly have not been to LA enough. Nothing too
I was at Lawrence truck stop when a bunch of cultists armed to the
basically
teeth
Kevin is
showed
going
up
to be
and
going
started
home,
waving their book
heading into
around.
this triple
I ran.
eviction.
God, I hope everybody else got out okay.
Right now, we have almost everyone gunning for Danny. That said, anyone but Danny or Nicole win this next HOH. We will likely
We'll do
see
it.
Danny leave unless you, of course, wins the veto. Nicole would go after Memphis with Memphis and David. And then if one of them came off the block, she might put up Tyler. And then everyone else would just put up Danny and David, or Danny and Nicole. Yeah. Danny would go home. Then in the second part, who knows what's going on there, but definitely looking very risky for Danny.
Yeah. So would you say, is it almost 100% Danny is going home on Thursday?
It would be very difficult to survive Thursday.
Yeah. She's at least going up on the block once, and she'd have to at least win the veto.
Yeah, so we've been talking a little bit. I know that you were kind of apprehensive there about this triple and whether or not we were going to be able to really appreciate the back and forth and the fallout. But I mean, if the episode is 2 hours long, well then maybe there is a world in which we do get to watch all of this. I'm not sure what really will be.
Oh, was that the end of the mission?
They have usually with double evictions, the thing is there's no time. There's no time. We already stuff.
Oh, I didn't mean to do it, but whatever. That works there.
A whole hour, a whole 2 hours. I feel like there's a world in which
Oh wow, that's a lot.
see a lot of
Holy shit. We're almost there, aren't we?
So maybe the committee is a lot more screwed than we.
Less than 1,000.
Well, I mean, like I said, I think it definitely has potential to be good television for those 2 hours. The things that I was looking forward to, though, is Danny goes on the block and slowly starts to realize, oh my god, you're gonna have my back. In the middle of a triple, Cody's gonna be like, oh, Tyler, man, I can't believe he's doing this. I've definitely got you. Oh, whoops, she's gone home. Oh man. And then it's over. I want to see Danny talking to me here off every night. You're keeping me for our both, and eventually be like,
the whole world revolves around you. Here, this is, Scott has a picture.
Yes, there it is.
Here is the LA River, the beautiful scenic LA River.
That's not even where the house is. That's a little bit like that's not, it's even less impressive.
It's even less, yeah. It's where the house is.
My darling little splash of water, are you kidding me?
Yes, that's the road that is pouring through every time they yell at the wall of a month.
Yeah, you work up a good little sprint, you can hop over that.
I'm gonna buy a ticket to LA right now and do some funny things. I thought this was feet, okay?
Okay. All right. Let's see. We have a couple more questions. This is from Lauren. From David's final DR on the episode, talking about wearing the Vito in the shower. Does it make it better? They look that he won 10K. Yes. That makes it better. So good. Like we talked about earlier. Okay.
This is where, like, I feel like this has the potential to be a great moment for David in the episode. It just depends on how they portray it. They could portray it in a way
Alright.
that, like, this is the most hilarious, like, shocking thing ever. Or they could go and then David on the show.
You got time for a quick job? Those Peggy bastards stole all our gas. They drained these here reservoirs and filled their tankers. So I need you to steal one and bring it back here. Just got word that there's one parked at the old diner down the road.
Okay,
If we're
that's
gonna
not
be
bad.
built, we gotta reopen these
Well,
pumps.
first off, Karen, let me ask the question. I know the world revolves around Cody, but is
Bring
it
back
even
that sweet,
possible
sweet gas.
that he could go in the triple?
It is extremely unlikely. I don't want to say it's impossible.
You're doing
but
the
as
more
of right
too.
now, I don't see any realistic scenarios where it happens. So I would say very unlikely. And even, quite honestly, even if it did, we're at the final six. What is there to, like, break up at this point? You know what I mean? Who's putting him up? Who would?
Right, and then once he's up, who's voting him out? No one, because you have so many people. I just want to protect Cody.
Yeah.
He would need to be on the block like 10 in order to go home. And,
Yeah, I couldn't believe
it's
that.
already gone.
So, can we talk real quick through power rankings of who go home in the triple? So, number one is Danny.
Whatever.
The number two is probably David.
David, yeah, I would say David number 2.
And who's number three?
Tyler.
Christmas.
Memphis.
This is over Christmas?
Memphis and Christmas are definitely so Memphis is more likely to go in the first round of the triple, but Christmas is a little bit more likely to go in the second round of the triple. I guess here's the thing: Cody will go after Christmas, but Nicole won't. Enzo won't. I don't think Tyler won't. Memphis won't. So it's really there's only one person going after Christmas, and that's in the second part of the triple, and that's assuming things stay the same. Whereas Memphis is going, has one person going after him in the first part of the triple, and so that's a little more locked in. So I would say Memphis over Christmas, but it's a slight margin. Yeah, and then Tyler would be there as well.
It's cool.
Okay. Let me ask you another question as we're getting into, like, the fan fiction type stuff.
do this then.
Would Danny be an outright target, sit on the block,
Oh,
or would she be a backdoor target in either, let's start with the first hour.
An outright target in my, I think all of them would put her right up.
So here's the juicy scenario that I think. Okay, Danny goes up on the block from an unexpected person in the first thing. She realizes, oh my god, I've been betrayed. Wins the veto. Now somehow, and somehow, maybe in the second part of the HOH, somehow she comes out of this night unscathed.
That would be beautiful.
I wouldn't say it's unscathed because I think, like, best case scenario for Danny is I mean, I guess maybe Memphis puts her up, and she finally realizes she doesn't have
I've been had, yeah.
and then she wins the veto, and then she puts up like Memphis and Christmas, or Memphis and Tyler. Who replaces Danny on the block if she wins the veto? For Memphis? Yeah. So it would be Danny and David, and Memphis would replace her with probably
Tyler.
Nicole.
Or, oh yeah,
They
I
can
can
vote Nicole out because now Danny knows that, like, it's exposed now. It's like, okay, let's get rid of Nicole because we can't keep the both of them around. Right, but so votes would be, there'll be 8 players, you need 3 votes to stay. Danny and Cody would vote to keep Nicole.
I don't know. That's a mission we might do. We'll finish this first, obviously.
Nicole, and who is the other vote here? Enzo.
Yeah, Enzo.
I don't know. Just because once upon a time, Danny used to be, if not the Queen's big brother, at least the veto queen. True.
I think fair, Danny hasn't won a veto since her first season now.
I feel like that's what he might do. So I do think he would keep Nicole. I think Nicole probably stays. Then Danny's like, oh, Nicole and Noe, my buddies. Keep the crew alive. And then she wins it, which takes out Memphis. She's just the main target for everyone again. So
Yeah. Can't play.
Yeah, but really,
that power when it came in.
Right.
Was that just 100?
Is for like somebody to survive the hit, where it's like, oh, they came for me, and I
Did I still
survived.
have
I'm wounded, but I'm still here. That would be exciting.
Yeah.
I don't have enough yet, do I? Yeah. That's what I'll go for next.
Cody wins part 2 of the triple. He nominates Christmas.
Okay, I only need 475 more.
He puts up Tyler, or Memphis, probably Tyler. Yeah. But then Memphis would want to vote out Dave. Christmas and Memphis might try to vote out David. That's 2 votes. Enzo and Nicole vote out Tyler. Cody breaks the tie. Tyler goes, so he doesn't survive. I'm trying to figure out a scenario where Cody takes the shot at Tyler and Tyler survives, but I'm not sure it happens because Tyler's only ever going to be a backup target.
It's just going to be very interesting that you won't have Kevin in the mix, and so
Right.
You have David to be an automatic pawn, but then you need somebody else, and then if get rid of David,
Oh, I forgot about this mission. Yeah, let's do that.
then you need 2 pawns in that second hour. So we'll see what ultimately ends up happening. One last hypothetical. What does Nicole end up doing? Will Nicole put Danny up on the block outright?
No.
No, so
I'd be way too afraid.
if it's the first round, Nicole wins. She puts up Memphis and David. With Memphis probably as a target, you'd have potentially Tyler, Cody, and Danny to pull Memphis out. You probably get Enzo involved as well if he's willing to do that. I don't know what Enzo is willing to do again, but you might be able to get Memphis out there. If one of them comes down, she puts up Tyler. Tyler probably goes out. If she wins the second part and Danny is gone, she just does the same thing. If she wins the second part and
You got the goods? Sweet.
yeah,
Oh, this concoction will blow your mind. Okay, to turn you into a super freak. Your own dad will recognize you.
She could switch to
If you
Tyler
have a
and
good
David
dad,
at some point,
I
but
didn't.
as of right
Help
now,
the Peggies cook
Yeah.
their special
Okay,
sauce.
this is
Use my guinea
tantalizing
pig as an
outcome
actual
potentially for Thursday.
guinea pig.
yeah, I'm kind of like mad that we sat here and did all that because now.
Sorry. What were
Well,
we
what's
talking
the worst
about?
case scenario? I know we're disappointed that we would have liked to see this really unfold in a way where it could have been even more explosive. But what's our worst case scenario? David goes out and then Danny goes out?
You know, test your
Yeah.
reflexes.
That
It's
likely,
like
yeah.
science
There's
and
still a lot of
stuff.
cracks
And
in
full
this
of
house.
surprises. You get it?
You're right. I mean, like I said,
I
like
can figure out your
2 hours
your
up
dose.
to do all of this, for people to get antsy, for people to
Yeah.
potentially throw a name out there and be like, well, like, why do I have to be the one? Why am I the one that's going on the block? Like, you said this about that person the other day. So,
Yeah.
like,
And Danny's game is pretty much over anyway. I mean, she doesn't have we don't get to see really a week of her really flapping in the breeze.
was.
Right.
There'll be a lot of fights.
Yeah, I mean, well, it'll be the committee plus Enzo and David. So it could be a situation where if somebody that's in the committee turns and doesn't put up Enzo and David, like, you know, someone who's loyal, like Christmas, then you could see some people, or like you could see her see them in that situation. But yeah, they're just gonna play it out.
At this point, they have all given up the pretense of, you know, Enzo's not part of us. Like nobody's even pretending that Enzo's not a part of the committee anymore.
Yeah.
Like, they don't recognize that, they don't even know that he knows about the committee, but everybody knows, everybody within the committee knows that Enzo is not going to go home before other members of the committee. That
Right.
he's an honorary member.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and talk about what else is going on here on RonHusWebsite.com. We spoke to the General, a.k.a. Rob from Survivor Marquez.
What shit is
Talked
that?
to General about what he's doing up on the latest Talking with T-Bird up on our Survivor podcast feed. Check that out. And then,
Fuck.
episode number 101 of Robin and Keith podcast. I'm a Renap celebrity. Get
Fuck.
me out of here. We had a great panel yesterday with Jenny Autumn, Tommy Pizzullo, Navi, and Chappelle. They played a game that made no sense, and classic Renap on episode number 101 Robin Keith Need a podcast. Then, the Great British Bake Off. Has anybody watched Great British Bake Off?
I haven't yet, but I'm gonna watch it.
Okay, Emily Fox, Haley Strong, and Kurt Clark talked about that. I believe it's on Netflix. The Great British Bake Off going on. And of course, over on Love Island, oh boy, we are blessed because Mike and Angela Bloom, some call them Mangela, Mike says they prefer to go by Angie. I don't think that works. They're on with Kirsten and Brian Galley, who's on Live Meetup. Check them out, talking about Love Island over on our Love Island wrap up. And then Adam Klein joins Why Blank Lost to talk about where did Dave Vaughn go wrong? Adam Klein breaks it down. Dave Bloomberg and his Millennials versus Gen X. Check that out in our Big Brother podcast feed. And Allie Lasher, it was part of the RHAP D&D.
How do we do it?
When Allie stopped by the D&D with Mike and Liana tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern. Maybe Taryn will tell us why the feeds were down. Oh, yeah, at the very end. Yep. We'll have plenty to do. Taryn coming to you tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Eastern. And then we're going to have on the slot this week, Chappelle will join me on Monday afternoon. Scott Yeager of the Challenge Mania podcast will join us. Talk about everything that's going on. If you have any sloppy stories for us to talk about, send them to me on Twitter at hashtag slop. RAJC. We love live feed highlights, other stuff on social media with the Big Brother cast. Should be a lot of fun once again on Monday. Then on Tuesday, September 29th, Dominic's birthday, and it's going to be the LFC Roundtable back. Yes, boom. At a special earlier time, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Yes, because of the big debate happening between Karen and Brent. It's going to be on earlier.
Oh no, I passed that shit.
7:30 p.m. Eastern. 7:30 p.m. Eastern. The big debate.
No, the presidential debate takes place on Tuesday night. But Alex Grant it earlier that night on Tuesday coming up. Okay? And then we have the Wednesday night. Looks like we have Melissa Denny, Matt Lamori, and Mari with us on Wednesday night, last night of September. Talking about everything that's going on. But the night before the big triple eviction, of course, all the podcast is made possible by the patrons of Robin Podcast. Put it over Robin, the Patreon, everything that we have going on in our Patreon community on Facebook.
Oh, kill them.
And on Thursday,
That's even more fucked up.
live before the live show, before the triple eviction. Get in there. That's October 1st. That's a great day to jump in on becoming patron on the first day of the month, or if you can't wait until then, check out the annual membership where you can pay for 11 months and get the 12th month free at Rob's.
Yeah, Taiwan's really lenient though, isn't it?
Social media at Rob Has a Podcast, Twitter or Instagram on social media. And did you know over 45 million people could have voted in the last election? Didn't? Because stay home, that would be like if they had an America's HOH, and then you didn't even cast the vote and then complained about what happened. Okay? Yeah. I don't know where vote.gov. It's a nonpartisan website. Every adult here has a duty to go ahead and pick who you like. Go to vote.gov. Make sure you're registered. Have a voting plan. It's gonna sneak up on you every single elbow, and then make sure to register. You know what you're doing. November 3rd. Okay? Alright. Great panel once again. Asia, always fun to connect with you.
Always fun connecting, Rob.
Yeah, always fun to connect.
Yeah.
Asia,
Okay.
other than being sad about the Cowboys, what else is going on?
Yeah, the main thing I have going on is that I just got a great puppy, 2 months old. If you're watching the video version of this, I will.
Okay, so
He has been a sweetheart. This whole
we're gonna do
podcast,
that next episode. And I think if we get another 200 from that, oh, we're like 75 away.
she's a mall, she
But either way, we're very close to being able to wrap this up. Wrap up this area, which fuck this area. I really fuck both of these areas, but still, fuck this area too.
So this has been my
Yeah, how many, like, we only did,
moving forward for years to come.
oh, we did 4 outposts? I didn't realize we did 4 outposts.
Thank you.
Whatever, either way.
Asia like Asia on Twitter.
Yeah, next episode, we'll go ahead and continue on. That'll be tomorrow, I'm tired. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. So, thanks for watching.
Too many characters.
Yeah.